Good afternoon, my dear students of Standard 9. Welcome back to your chemistry class. We are talking about chapter 3 of your chemistry book, Structure of Matter. Last class, we had learned atom, molecule, symbol, formula, etc. Today, in this class, we will learn fundamental particles of an atom, atomic number, mass number, isotope, isobar, isotone, etc. Dear students, you know that atoms can be divided, and after dividing atom, we get three fundamental particles: electron, proton, and neutron. Today, in this class, we will learn in details about electron, proton, and neutron. So, the three fundamental particles of an atom are electron, proton, and neutron. At first, proton. You know, proton is the identity of an element. In 1911, Rutherford showed that, like electron, proton is also present in every atoms. The mass of a proton is 1.673 into 10 to the power minus 24 gram. And the charge of proton is plus 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb. Dear students, look. This charge and this mass, this is very small value. So it is very hard to remember or use to calculate different masses and different calculation by using these values. So we will learn relative mass and relative charge of proton and other fundamental particles also. The amount of charge is equal to that of electron but opposite in charge. The charge of proton and charge of electron, this amount is equal, but for proton it is positive charge and for electron it is negative. Proton resides at the center of an atom. The relative mass of a proton is 1 and the relative charge of a proton is plus 1. Now, electron. In 1897, Sir J.J. Thomson discovered electron. Electron resides, you know, at the outside of nucleus of an atom. It is negatively charged. An atom has equal number of proton and electron. You also know this. And this equal number of positively proton and negative electron makes an atom neutral. The mass of an electron is 9.1 into 10 to the power minus 28 gram, which is 1 divided by 1840 part of the mass of a proton and neutron. The mass of proton and neutron is nearly same, but the mass of electron is more or less than the mass of proton and neutron. And the charge of electron is minus 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb. Like proton, the mass and charge of electron is also very small, so its relative mass and relative charge are, relative mass is 0 because the relative mass of proton is 1 and it is also more or less than proton, so it can be taken as 0 and the relative charge of electron is minus 1. And neutron, you know, it is the neutral part inside of an atom. In 1932, Chadwick discovered neutron. The mass of a neutron is 1.675 into 10 to the power minus 24 gram, which is slightly heavier than a proton. Neutron also resides at the center of an atom with proton and it is chargeless. So, the relative mass of a neutron is same as proton, that is 1, and the relative charge of neutron is 0 because it is chargeless. There is a chart of actual mass, actual charge, relative mass, relative charge of electron, proton and neutron. You will memorize these values. Now, atomic number. All these things you had learned in standard 8. Just one time we will review it. Atomic number, all you know that this is the proton number of an atom. The number of proton inside of an atom is called its atomic number, and proton number or atomic number, it is the identity of an atom. And for a neutral atom, the proton number and electron number is same. So for a neutral atom, the number of electron can also be called the atomic number of that atom. So the number of proton present in the nucleus of an atom is called the atomic number of that atom, and atomic number is denoted by Z. For example, there are 8 protons in oxygen atom, so its atomic number is 8. 6 protons in carbon, so its atomic number is 6. 11 proton in sodium, so its atomic number is 11. And now mass number. You know, the number of proton and neutron, the summation of proton number and neutron number is the mass number of an atom. So mass number is the number of proton and neutron present in the nucleus of an atom is called the mass number of that atom, and mass number is denoted by A. For example, oxygen has 8 proton and 8 neutron in the nucleus, so its mass number is 16. Sodium has 11 proton and 12 neutron in nucleus, so the mass number of sodium is 23. There is a chart of atomic number and mass number of some atoms from 1 to 30, that means from hydrogen to zinc. This atomic number and mass number, both you have to memorize. Atomic number and mass number. In standard 8, I told you that how can you remember the mass number. Atomic number, all you know from 1 to 30. And mass number, most of the case, the mass number of an atom is double of its atomic number, but there are some exceptions. So you will memorize the atomic number and mass number of all these atoms. Now, symbolize of atom. You also learned this in your previous class. And atom, the symbol of an atom is just its symbol that you learned in previous class, but you can symbolize an atom by using its atomic number and mass number also, like this. Suppose X is the symbol of atom and Z is the atomic number of it and A is the mass number of it. That time you will write Z as the subscript left side and A as the superscript left side. For example, here carbon, its atomic number is 6 and mass number is 12. So the symbol of carbon also can be written by showing its atomic number and mass number like this way. Here also helium, where its atomic number is 2 and mass number is 4. Now isotope. You know what is isotope. The atoms of same element having same atomic number but different mass number are called isotope of one another. Where atomic number is same, that means proton number is same, but their mass numbers are different. Why mass numbers are different? Because for the difference of their neutron number. For example, carbon atom, most of the carbon atom has 6 proton and 6 neutron, but some carbon atoms have 6 proton and 7 neutron, and some have 6 proton and 8 neutron. So their mass numbers differ for the difference in their neutron number. So they make isotope. There are some example of isotope. Hydrogen, hydrogen 1, hydrogen 2, hydrogen 3. That means protium, deuterium and tritium, where all their atomic number is 1 but their mass numbers are 1, 2 and 3. Chlorine has also 2 isotopes, chlorine 35 and also chlorine 37. Carbon has 3 isotopes, carbon 12, carbon 13 and carbon 14. Oxygen has 3 isotopes, oxygen 16, 17 and 18. In your previous class, I shown you that Previous class means in standard 8 you learned that isotopes can be written like this way or this way. Now when isotope comes, then at the same time another two terms come. These are isobar and isotone. Where what is isobar? The atoms of different element having different atomic number but same mass number are called isobars of one another. Atoms of different elements, so obviously their atomic number is different but their mass number can be same, and these atoms are called isobar. For example, nickel and copper. Here the atomic number of nickel is 28 and copper 29, but some nickel atoms they have 36 neutrons, so their mass number 64, and some copper atoms they have 35 neutrons, so their mass number is 64. So their mass numbers are similar, so nickel and copper they are isobar to one another. Nickel 64 and copper 64. Look, most of copper atom their mass number is 63 and 65, but some have mass number 64. This copper atom is the isobar of nickel 64. Here argon 40, potassium 40, calcium 40. All these three they are different atoms but their mass numbers are same, so they are isobar to one another. Some more, carbon 14, nitrogen 14. You know that nitrogen has mass number 14, but some carbon atoms they have also mass number 14. So this carbon 14 and this nitrogen 14 are isobar to one another. Copper 65 and zinc 65. They are also isobars to one another. Isotone. Isotone, their atomic number is different and their mass number is also different. But if their neutron number is same, then they are isotone to one another. Look, this phosphorus and sulfur, their atomic numbers are 15 and 16. And their mass numbers are 31 and 32, but both they have 16 neutrons, so they are isotone. Here also calcium 40, potassium 40. Their neutrons are 20, so they are isotone to one another. The atoms of different element having same number of neutron but different atomic number and mass number are called isotones to one another. Look here, oxygen, nitrogen and carbon. Oxygen atomic number 8, nitrogen 7, carbon 6. Their mass numbers are also 16, 15 and 14, but all they have 8 neutrons, so they are isotone to one another. Now, radioactive isotope. The isotopes which can radiate different types of rays, alpha ray, beta ray, gamma ray, are called radioactive isotopes. And these isotopes have some special uses in different fields. Today, in this class, we will also learn the uses of these radioactive isotopes. Radioactive isotopes have a variety of applications. Generally, however, they are useful because we can use the energy they release. They release different types of ray, and these rays are used in different purposes. Some of the uses of radioactive isotopes are in medical science, in agriculture sector, and also in generation of electricity. So, at first, in medical science, how radioactive isotopes are used. Isotopes are used in the diagnosis and treatment of diseases. In medical sector, there are two types of uses of radioactive isotopes. One is in diagnosis of disease and another is treatment of diseases. Look, here X-ray, gamma ray, alpha, beta, these rays are used to detect different diseases inside the body. Here, the picture of the affected area can be taken by the radioactive isotope technetium Technetium-99. It emits gamma ray and can take the photo of affected area of the body. The lifetime of Technetium-99 is only 6 hours. It loses its reactivity within very short time, so it is safe for us. Now, treatment of diseases. At first, iodine-131 is used to cure thyroid cancer. It is an oral solution and it is orally taken, and this isotope is used to treatment of thyroid cancer. This isotope emits beta rays which destroys the affected cells. Another isotope, iridium isotope, is used to treat brain cancer. Cobalt-60, this isotope is used to diagnose and treat tumors. This isotope is used for the diagnosis of tumor and also for the treatment of tumor. The gamma rays emitted from this isotope destroys the cancer-affected cell and tissue. Phosphorus-32 isotope is used for the treatment of leukemia. Now, uses of radioactive isotope in agriculture sector. Isotopes are used in agriculture also. For example, phosphorus-32 is used in agriculture by the following ways. Nutrition of crops. It can be used to find out what type of fertilizer and what amount of fertilizer is needed for a specific crop. You know that excess fertilizer, using of excess fertilizer, it can have many bad effects. So, the amount of fertilizer calculation is very important for the crops. This isotope is used to determine the amount of fertilizer needed for a specific crop, and also what type of fertilizer, that means what deficiency is there in this crop, it is also determined by using this isotope. Getting rid of harmful insects. The radiation from isotopes are used to control insects. Development of crops. Radioactive isotopes also develops different hybrid varieties by bringing genetic changes in the original crop. Now, uses of radioactive isotope in generation of electricity. A huge amount of heat energy is produced by the breaking of radioactive isotopes, and this type of reaction is called fission reaction. This fission reaction you will learn in detail in chapter 8. And now know, when radioactive isotope is broken, then different types of rays are emitted from there. With these rays, huge amount of heat energy is also produced from there. Through this heat energy, electricity is produced, and the power plant where electricity is produced by using this way, it is called nuclear power plant. Here look, do you see this? This is Rupur nuclear power plant that is situated in Ishodi of Pabna. Here, this fission reaction, or this, by using this radioactive isotope, huge amount of electricity is produced. Here, 2400 megawatt electricity will be produced from this power plant, or it is already started to produce this amount of electricity from this power plant. Now, dear students, there are many good effect of radioactive isotope, but there is no bad effect of radioactive isotope. Yes, there are many bad effect of radioactive isotope also. It is true that radioactive isotopes are there for a good number of benefits, but at the same time they have the potential to harm us too. The alpha, beta and gamma ray emitted from these isotopes fall a number of bad effects in our health, or in the environment. Alpha, beta, and gamma rays emitted from radioactive isotopes can bring about genetic changes to cells which may cause cancer. The atom bombs used in Hiroshima and Nagasaki of Japan during the World War II killed lakhs of people. The Chernobyl accident of 1986 in Russia has killed numerous people and has done harm to the adjacent environment. So dear students, today up to this. Goodbye everyone. See you in next class.